I was on a tractor forum. I don't, Tractors by Net, I think, or something. I don't know. People were talking about, I just happened across a thing about somebody asking if you can pull stumps with a tractor, a farm tractor. And there was a debate about it. And I was kind of surprised that it was even a debate, because I've pulled hundreds of stumps with a farm tractor. I use that Ford 3600 over there. It's a two-wheel drive with a subsoiler, and it's just the cheap, well, I don't know how cheap it is, but it's the Subsoiler by Tractor Supply Company, county line or country line or whatever it is. And I even saw some people kind of bashing that, which I'm gonna tell you, I've done a lot of work with that Subsoiler and I've never had a problem. But I'm gonna show you some of the stumps I've pulled with that Subsoiler. This is a root ball and a stump from what was probably a, I don't know, 5 or 6 inch stump. And these weren't rotted stumps necessarily either, but they are hardwood. They're not, they don't have tap roots. But on a stump this size, I basically just, I go down one, I don't go all the way around it necessarily to cut up the roots. I usually do 2 sides and then try and get as deep underneath the stump, right dead center, as I can, and then lift up with my with the 3-point hitch, and it usually pops it right out. If it doesn't, then I'll go back and cut the other 2 sides and basically make a square around the stump, cutting the roots. And there just haven't been many stumps on this 2 acres that I couldn't pull like that. And I've pulled some big ones. I'll show you a couple more. This one right here. I mean, you can see this is the stump right here, this part. And this was, I mean, you can see, I mean, that was probably a 5-inch stump. And it had a decent taproot going down right there. Ripped it out. Some of them gave me some problems. I had a few that I really had to work on. I'll probably show you a couple of those. But you know, again, you just got to take your time, work your way around. That's a decent size. This one over here gave me a little bit of trouble. It's a pretty big one. It had a lot of roots going around the sides. This was the top of the stump right here. Let's see. I got a few over here that were decent size that I ripped out. But you can see I've been pulling stumps all over this place. And you know, and I've pulled a lot more off of different property, more property than just this one. This is a little 2-acre piece of property. It has a pretty decent stump. Now that right there, I could not get out. This is a big stump. It's probably a 7-8 inch stump. And I could have worked on it a little more, but you don't want to tear stuff up. It's just too big of a stump to pull with a tractor. You know, you get above 6 inches and you're kind of pushing it. Now there was a pretty decent stump right there, but it was partially rotted. But I popped that out. This is a pretty big stump right here. If I can roll it over, show it to you. So you can see that was a pretty decent sized tree right there. It's probably a 4 or 5 inch. A lot of roots connected to it. Pulled it out. And you know, I could go around and show you a lot more.
Hopefully you can hear me. This is about a 5 or 6 inch stump right here. Zoom in on it. It's hard to see, but that's it. It's not a pretty decent sized stump. I'm gonna pull it out. Lower my subsoiler a couple feet before the stump to let it get underneath the roots. So go ahead and drop it. Try and do this with one hand. Once I'm hooked up on it, I'm going to lift up. We'll keep going forward. Lift. pretty much ripped it right out.